Good late morning, Big Brother fans. It is me, Mike, aka BB Gossip. This is technically my third podcast for the day. So if you happen to have not heard me since Thursday afternoon, you got a little catching up to do, but it is what it is. You can just listen to this one and skip the other two if you want. I'm just walking back from lunch, so I'm the guy that's walking down the street talking on his phone, but I'm actually recording this, and you'll hear lots of street noises probably. So what's going on? Well, the quick summary, right? We'll get to the quickie, and then you can hear more on the other ones if you want to go back. But as I think you may or may not know, Adrian evicted, navigating, walking around people. Adrian evicted. Riley, had a household. The feeds came back about roughly 12:30 a.m. and we knew that Riley had won. There were some conversations going on. I've went back and caught some stuff. It really came right back to Rachel counseling Ashley to just act like everything's okay. Don't make a big deal out of it. It was kind of like she's almost managing Ashley, like we don't want Ashley to get all emotional because you think she might go up, kind of a thing. Well, in truth, it appears that by this time, unbeknownst to us on the feeds, because they had them down, Mickey, it sounds like she talked to Rachel and said, Rachel, I have a power. I'm going to use it. We need to keep Mickey calm. We want to try to make, or not Mickey. We need to keep Ashley calm. We need to make Ashley come across as like she's cool as a cucumber, right? I don't know how detailed this plan was, but I certainly saw Rachel telling Ashley, you need to act calm, cool, collected, not bothered at all. And that seems to have worked. So Rachel was not telling Ashley that Mickey has a power. Rachel was simply telling Ashley, just act cool, just act cool, just act cool. Later on, Mickey actually pulled Ashley's, because Mickey walked into the room, I think, when Rachel was talking to Ashley. And so Mickey pulls Ashley's side later and says, what was Rachel talking to you about? And Ashley said, nothing. She was just telling me to be calm and not to be worried or anything, which I am, yada. So Mickey was concerned about what Rachel was saying, but Rachel was literally just telling her, just act calm, just act calm. So, those conversations went on. Also, I saw a conversation where I've put these all on my Blue Sky thread. They're all on a thread. All these different video clips are on a thread that I put together. Saw Vinny talking to, not all of them are out there. None of these were super critical, or some of these are not super critical to the game. So I kind of skipped some things because it's like, okay, I do not need to watch Zach and Morgan talking for 45 minutes. I don't really care what they're talking about. It's not relative to today's, this current situation. So I skipped over some of that. I mean, I blew through a lot of talk, have not talk. I don't care. We don't know who have-nots are. So, at least a couple people said they think Ashley, but I don't think have-nots have been officially decided. I know Jimmy was talking about giving it to Ava or Ashley, or I don't think anything was ever decided. So, and I haven't seen if anybody's in the have-not room yet. But have-nots are really important, right? So the other thing that we saw was Vinny talking to Riley, kind of talking about the vote a little bit, kind of apologizing for the way that the head of household competition went. I still don't know all the details on the head of household competition. It was some kind of apparent team event. They were apparently in some kind of teams, maybe to eliminate half or the other half. I'm not even sure. But in the end, there was talk, at least online chatter, about like Rachel may have kind of thrown her chance at it to kind of keep Keanu from getting it. But I just don't know. And I don't particularly care. We know who won it, that it was Riley. So let's go from there. So other chatter was at the same time that Mickey was quizzing Ashley about what Rachel said to her. We then have a cut to Riley and Keanu walking into the gym, and they are celebrating Riley's head of household win. And Riley straight up says, I'm looking to nominate Morgan, Ashley, and Mickey, which is what I said earlier today in my podcast. I straight up said that's the rumored nominations, is what we thought they were going to be. Of course, as it turns out, when I finished posting my podcast, the first thing I do is jump on Blue Sky, and it's like, oh, look, the power got executed. So I was like, oh, so I recorded a quick little one after that, and this is the third one. So we watch Riley talking with Keanu, and they're, hyped up about this. Oh, you had to win it, way to go, and all this kind of stuff. And in reality, watching it now, it's like, yeah, this is not going to go well for you, Riley. We know what's going to happen. But they had that discussion. They talked about, in that conversation, which is in this clip I posted, they talked about Ashley and a potential power. And they've been debating on who might have it. But in that thing, it was either Ashley or Keanu, or both of them, that said, Ashley's way too comfortable. Ashley's way too calm. She doesn't seem worried at all. Like, they think she has a power, right? And as it turned out, that is who Riley accused of having the power when the power was used by Mickey. However this mechanics works, however it was announced to them, because the feeds went down, Riley did accuse Ashley of having the power. And of course he was wrong. And then Mickey was announced, or some form of Mickey said, I'm the one who has the power, and now you're no longer head of household, and I am, and yada yada. So that's what has transpired that I've caught up on since I talked to you guys last. That's a little bit more of the meat and the details. There's still a little bit more going on here. I have not caught up on Morgan and Mickey's conversation. The feeds came back, so the feeds went down about, I think it was 1:40. Was it 1:40 a.m. or something? And they came back about 3:40. So I guess it was only 2 hours later. But that was like 7:40 a.m. Right? Guess who's going to work at 7:40 a.m. Oh, that would be me, not watching or reading feeds or anything. I'm driving a car, so there's how I missed all of that. We have Morgan and Mickey talked for a bit after the feeds came back. I haven't caught up on that yet. And then I did catch the initial feeds coming back to Ashley talking to Catherine and Riley. And Riley was obviously devastated, upset, shocked, just sitting there, just looked totally drained. And it's because he just lost his head of household, right? Ashley was comforting him, saying, it's okay, sorry, it's tough, and being very, very nice. And Riley did say, I'm sorry. I don't know if Catherine said I'm sorry too. I have a feeling that things got rather heated when this all blew up, and it's possible that Riley may have said things that he regretted, and he was apologizing for that. That's my guess. I don't know. More of this will come out if it hasn't already come out, and I just haven't caught up with it yet. But I'll let you know what I figure out. So that's what's going on. The house guests were asleep. I think they may be getting up now because it's after 9 a.m. Big Brother time. So it's very possible that they're getting their wake-up call, and Mickey will have to start doing her one-on-one meetings or getting ready to do nominations. We'll see how it goes. So I plan on doing at least one more podcast yet today to kind of fill you in on nominations or where things are at, and then we'll see when I do the next one, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. We'll play it by ear, but that's what's going on, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support, and I will talk to you later today, most likely. Take care. Bye-bye.